We're almost there, 12s. The final game of the preseason is finally here, and the regular season is just around the corner. What's going on? Jackie Montgomery with your preseason Week 3 game preview. Well, the Seahawks are looking to close out the regular season with a win as they take on the LA Chargers this Saturday at Lumen Field.
We're talking about finishing now. This is finish the preseason. We want to do the things and get in that mode that helps us, start to train ourselves about the kind of focus that it takes to finish well. And so this is a week that we use for that. That operation of that whole mechanism for us, regardless of the whole point about finishing. It doesn't matter what just happened before. It's what are you going to do now, and so that's what this week is about. I'd like to see us play a lot cleaner, at the line of scrimmage and with the football. The last week was a disastrous day with the football, and we had 5 penalties at the line of scrimmage. So we need to get out of our own way, and that needs to show up this week if we're going to make good progress on the game field. From the first group, when they're in practice and the work that they've done, I don't see those same issues. But this week, it popped up, and it's just a good illustration.
Seahawks fans have yet to see much of the first team play this preseason. In the past, that group gets the majority of their playing time in the third preseason game. Assuming we do see them on the field this Saturday, the expectations are high.
That they play like starters. There's a reason why the starters are starters, so you expect them to really set themselves apart from the non-starters. So as long as they really take this game to a higher level, you see there's a big separation between ones and the others. That's what you want to see.
Just great fundamentals, great fundamentals, being able to transfer. We've had so many good competitive periods in practice. Our defense challenges us every single day, so that's been a great experience for us to go against. So when it transfers from the practice field where we're getting more and more comfortable every day, transferring that right onto the field on game day, be the most important next step in our process.
Tackle Cedric Ogbuehi and center Ethan Posick returned to practice this week after recovering from injuries. If their health allows, we could see them in the mix as the Seahawks look to finalize the starting 5 on the offensive line. Last season, Posick started all 14 games he appeared in at center. This year, he's been battling with third-year player Kyle Fuller, who has been putting up a good fight.
He could easily be the starting center for us, and we'd feel very good about that. But the great thing about it is he's still got, he's got Ethan sitting right there to push him, and he's known the whole time. We've talked straight up about this competition and how it was going to come down here in camp. Man, he is not taking anything but forward steps the whole time. So he can run. Yeah, he can run the line of scrimmage, run the offense, communicate with Russ and the guards, and Mike's done a really nice job of bringing him along, and really it's no hitches.
Posick and Ogbuehi aren't the only guys who recently made their return. Several players on both sides of the ball, like Travis Homer, DJ Reed, and Marquise Blair, among others, have slowly made their return. Even though they're lacking the reps their teammates are getting, Pete Carroll says the competition is wide open.
I'm not going to rule anybody out, but what happens is other guys get opportunities. Like Trey Flowers, just shined in his opportunity with DJ not out there, and he played with the first group the whole time, played a lot of football, and his confidence is just sky high, and he's tough as hell, and taking advantage of it. So is Kyle, and really, Brandon Shell, he started all last year, and then I tell him, okay, we're going to have a competition at your spot, and then for all of the reasons that we've ever talked about, so to make it competitive and to make him have to push and make the guy next to you make you better, and that's what these guys have been doing, and it's helped us.
Through the first 2 preseason games, the Seahawks offense has struggled to get on the board. Despite that, offensive coordinator Shane Waldron is confident that the offense is where it needs to be for Week 1.
I feel really good about where we're at. We've been growing as an offense every single one of these practices, and just the ability, like I said, bringing back that competitive theme that's been so consistent around here. The practices are in my mind game-like, and we've had so many of those experiences where we play these move the ball settings or play the offense versus defense in realistic game settings, that you really start to have a really good feel for those, for the guys that are playing well and how they're grasping it, and then other things that we need to keep working on and keep sharpening up before that first game starts.
With Saturday night being the final dress rehearsal before the regular season, the coaching staff has a lot on their plate, from evaluating players, working on situational football, and fine-tuning any kinks.
There's a lot of things, for us defensively. We want to get ourselves in a lot of situations, short yardage, goal line, 2 minutes, sudden change, all these situations you want to get the guys really full speed work in. And we're getting that. Again, you'd like to get the starters in there at some point, the guys that you're going to play with in the season. But at the same time, for us coaches, just getting all of our, getting ready for the season, getting all the information together, getting the guys from the booth and then on the field working together, getting our groups substitution in, those type of things, making everything work really well. And then once we get the guys who are playing really good for us, the starters together, then we are able to put together, the type of unit that we expect, the real high level unit we're expecting.
Kickoff for the final preseason game is set for 7 p.m. this Saturday at Lumen Field. You can watch the game live on Q13 Fox or, of course, listen to it on the Seahawks Radio Network. And just a reminder, the final round of cuts are due this coming Tuesday, the 31st by 1 p.m. Pacific, and it's going from 80 players down to the final 53-man roster.